We as Africans have been invaded in our minds. I challenge you. Whatever we believe right now is not authentic from us. It's not original from us. It's something that has been implanted into our minds by colonizers. They implanted it into our minds, and from generation to generation it was passed on until it looked normal. Now, I want to talk about something that I referred to yesterday. The partnership between colonialism and Christianity. What this partnership did to the mind of an African. It is amazing. Let's consider this to be colonization, and let's consider this to be Christianity. Christianity and colonization are two sides of the same coin. One cannot exist without the other. They always are twin brothers working together for a common cause. Now, let's continue. These two came together with one main purpose: conquering the mind of an African. They came together with, there's no other purpose. Somebody once said, the greatest colony of the colonizer is not a physical geographic location. That's not a physical geographic location. Although there are a lot of countries that are colonized by the colonizers. The greatest colony of the European people is the colony that exists in our minds. That's the greatest colony of colonizers. What they have implanted in our minds. Now these two, Christianity and colonialism, came together with the one aim: to destroy the authentic, original thinking and systems of African people. That was the main objective. We are going to destroy the original thinking and the genuine, independent thinking of how Africans do their things and how they operate their systems. These two, Christianity and colonialism. Now, two of you, please, take a seat. Thank you very much. Now, let's come. Can you come this side, Mike? Can you come this side, Bab Mashangu? Now, this is one person. I'd like you to imagine this to be one person. This is one person. This is an African. This is one person. And you'll understand why I say this is one person. One thing that colonialism and Christianity succeeded in doing, they influenced us to file a divorce on ourselves. And we divorced ourselves. We divorced our authentic, genuine thinking. We divorced our systems. And not only did they influence us to divorce ourselves, they also influenced us to demonize us. To the point where we look at ourselves, we see nothing but demonism in our system. This was carefully structured and meticulously executed by the partnership between Christianity and colonialism. Now, this is one person. This is one person. This is the African. The African. He's carrying on in his own ways. He does what needs to be done. Then comes colonization and Christianity. They tell him, you and your systems and your belief systems are demonic. You must divorce yourself from these systems. You must have nothing to do with yourself. You must have nothing to do with what your ancestors taught you. Have nothing to do with it. Achoo. And then what does he do? He files a divorce on himself and says, I'm divorcing myself. And the divorced self is this one. This is the divorced self. This is the divorcer self. And this is what the divorced self would love to be. You are convinced. The teachings I received from my ancestors are demonic. My ways are demonic. I hate them. I don't want to have anything to do with myself. And I repent from myself. I repent from being who I am. And so I divorce you. And now this divorcer self says to this divorcer, you're a demon. Your ancestors are demons. Your indigenous beliefs are full of demons. And there's nothing good coming from you. Everything that comes from your ancestors have nothing to do with it. And this one, the divorcer self. Not only that, he aspires to be like the colonizer. He aspires to be like the person who brought the worst pain in his life. He aspires to be like the person who brought the most difficult disruption in his systems. And this one divorces this self and wants to attach himself to this self. It's not his original thinking. It's not his authentic thinking. It's not what he learned from his ancestors. It's not what he learned from the wisdom of indigenous African systems. No! He has been influenced to hate himself. And now, he wants to be like this one. He wants to talk like this colonizer. He wants to behave like this colonizer. He infiltrates his mind with the thoughts of the colonizer until he can't recognize himself anymore. He embraces the religion of the colonizer. The religion of the same person who came to him, took his land, took his dignity, oppressed him, enslaved him, raped him, lynched him. He wants to be like this person. He wants to be like this person. And wants to step away from who he is. He wants to be this person. That is the person who doesn't like him, the person who hates him, the person who despises him. He wants to be like him. And somebody needs to stand up and say, I'm going to blow the whistle. I'm going to blow the whistle. Let's go and rethink our ways. Let's go and, Why you become so Christian that you think everything about you and about your ancestors is demonic? That's witchcraft. I can't imagine greater witchcraft than that. That is pure witchcraft. Only witchcraft will make you hate yourself. Only witchcraft will make you despise yourself. Only witchcraft will make you trample on yourself. Now, this is the divorced one. It's nothing but barbarism and demonic. This is the divorce herself. He doesn't know. After a couple of generations, he doesn't know who he authentically is. This is the aspired person. This is the person we want to aspire to be. We bleach ourselves. We take them to the colonizer schools. We help in destroying our own systems. We help. Until this person is a black person externally with a white psychology. And that's what most of us are. We are black people with a white psychology. We are black people with a psychology that despises everything that we are. I want you to go home and think about this. Is that what you want to pass on to your generation, future generations, and future generations? Black people love Christianity, and Christianity never loved them. It never did. It partnered with colonialism to destroy them. And I want you to confront that fact that Christianity never loved you. Christianity is evidence. How do I say it? Christianity is evidence of a subdued mind and a conquered spirit. A subdued mind and a conquered spirit. What am I saying? Somebody needs to stand up and make a call. Let's fall back in love with ourselves again. Somebody has to make a call and say, let's start loving ourselves again. Let's be authentic. Let's not be a carbon cheap copy of another person's psychology. Somebody needs to stand up and say, black man, I'm calling you to go back and fall in love with yourself again. Stop hating your systems. Stop hating your ancestors. Stop hating the things that you were brought about. Stop believing the lies that everything about you is demonic and witchcraft. And you know what I do? I raise my hand and I say, I will be the one who calls back black people, who calls African back to falling in love with themselves. Because what we are seeing today in my mind is pathetic. We are striving to be something that we will never be. We are striving to be something that hates us. We are striving to be something that does not have any regard for us. We are striving to be something that oppresses us to this day. We are striving to participate in our own self-destruction and self-hate. Think. For once, remove yourself from indoctrination that has been entered into your mind. Step aside from the indoctrination that has been, and start figuring out your authentic, original thinking. And tell me,